What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Forever Stranded Lost Souls. Oh yeah, guys, so here we are in the nether ceiling area once again. Yeah, we kind of got things cleaned up a little bit, but one of the things that I've noticed is that it is pretty dark in here. I think some people have commented about that. They've asked me to put torches up and things like that. I've actually taken all the torches down. I was trying to figure out a good way to get everything lit up in this place. And we can spam torches everywhere, but like in the center of the floor here, it's going to be really hard to spam torches on these slabs because torches do not go onto bottom side slabs, right? Only if they're a solid block, a full block tall. This is the top of the full block. This is another slab, so nothing spawns here. But this is pretty much like the center of the base, center of the area that we have dug out. Pretty close anyway. I don't know if exactly center, but it's lined up with this, right? So one of the items that we have received for rewards is this feral flare lantern. This says slowly illuminates a large area. Removing the lantern causes the light to slowly decay. So what this does is this will put fake source or light source blocks around, fake light blocks, I guess, and randomly light the whole room up. I don't know what the range is on these things, but it is an item that we should definitely check out. I guess they can't jump up there. I need some slabs. All right. We'll bounce up just a little bit here. And we'll place this guy. So you'll notice that it kind of lights up a little bit around us, but there's light over there and light over there. And pretty soon, this whole place is going to be very, very well lit. You can see the light happening randomly around here every few moments. It's kind of hard. I guess if we were... yeah, I guess if we were like standing in a corner looking over here, we'd be able to see it. All right, so you can kind of see, yeah, light's been happening in various different places here. But yeah, if we're standing back here, we can kind of see all the different light sources appear, and the whole room will eventually become pretty well illuminated. Now, I don't really know how this thing works, if this is similar to like the factorization lamps that we had way back in FTB Ultimate, where it kind of like is a cone from the light source, or this just goes out 30 blocks and like lights up every block around it. I honestly don't know, but this is definitely making this area a lot nicer. Now I do believe it will light up over here eventually. It does take it a minute for all the light to happen, and I'm not sure how long it will take, but that's where we are right now. So off camera, I went ahead and I made myself another one of these windmills here. These are the Immersive Engineering one. I think last episode it wanted us to make 6 or 8 of those wind sail things for some reason. I'm not sure. But these windmills do not require us to use those. Those are all just treated wood. That's the same treated wood, the same windmill that we have over here driving all of our Better with Mod stuff. Now, I've never used these Immersive Engineering windmills before. I assume you just connect them directly to the dynamo there, or is that called dynamo? I can't remember. Let's break up to this thing. This is called a Kinetic Dynamo. Yes, I assume it just connects right like that, and then you can extract power out of this thing. Again, I've never used these before. As far as Immersive Engineering power goes, I've only ever done the water wheel. Well, you can't really place water in the nether, so I don't see the water wheel doing much good for us. So, yeah, we're going to try this. Now, really what I'd like to do, since we're potentially generating power, and we did make ourselves that garden cloche, I do believe, in the last episode. This guy right here. This does require power. I would like to see if we're, first of all, generating power. So I'd like to place this thing directly next to it and see if we're gaining power. That's the first thing I want to try. I haven't done this at all yet. And I did notice that our room is big enough. You can see this thing is spinning freely. That we should be able to move this guy over into the wall and have it similar fashion, right? But I want all this gearbox stuff to be like behind the wall, come down, and then have these Better with Mod machines kind of like being on their own, sticking up out of the floor. So that'll be a thing that we work on after we get enough hemp, hopefully from the garden cloche, to do this. So let's try placing this thing. Okay, first of all, where does it get power from? It gets power from, looks like the sides, right? Or maybe right there too? Hold on a second. Which way is the front? I kind of lost track. So the front is a side with this dot. So it looks like it gets power from that side, and I believe that's where the water comes in. So we kind of need to place this thing this way if we're going to test it. Oh, it won't let us place there. Too many blocks? Not enough blocks? Or okay, so just like that. I am not seeing any power going in. Now, it might also be that we need cables. Again, I don't know. I don't know if we're generating power at all with that windmill, with that dynamo. I honestly have never set this up before, so it could potentially be that we just can't generate power that way. But I do know that we have some of these cables here. These. We also have leadstone flux duct. Maybe we'll just use these. Just use a leadstone real quick. See if we can get any sort of power out of this thing. Yeah, I don't know. It does look pretty bright in here now. I think it's lit up practically everything. Okay, so if we put this on the side, does this show the internal power storage of that cable? It does, and it is gaining power. Okay, so this does work. Okay, so that solves that question. I'm almost wondering, does this thing get power from the top? Maybe that's what it was. Yeah, no. It says it has power. You can see that on the tooltip. Oh, now it shows it has power. I wonder if it was getting power the whole time and this thing just doesn't update. Okay, well anyway, we now have power, some RF. Our first RF, guys. This is amazing. This is good stuff. Okay, so now we need to give this thing water. Really what we want to do is give it an infinite supply of water. Now, I was looking through here a little while ago. We were kind of looking at tanks, right? What kind of tanks that we can store things in. There apparently is an infinity tank. I'm not sure. That's probably something. Yeah, that's not something we're going to be able to do. I did see that there was a quantum tank here from Quantum Storage, which is good. A quantum tank holds pretty much the same thing like a deep storage unit, like 2 billion items. So you could hold like 2 billion buckets of some kind of fluid, but we'd still have to fill this thing up, right? But this thing isn't super expensive. 3 obsidian, some iron, and a bucket, right? So that is not bad at all. Now, what makes this good, the quantum storage, is that there is an infinite water upgrade. So pretty much the way that works, you make the tank, you set it down, you put a bucket of water in there, and then you shift right click it with this thing, and then it fills all the way up to max. And you never have to worry about water coming out of this thing again, right? As long as you don't break it. If you break it and move it, then it has like full of water, and then it'll drain all the way out eventually if you can use that much water. But anyway, in order to make this infinite water upgrade, we're gonna need advanced rocketry stuff. The advanced rocketry stuff is a little crazy because every single one of these machines that we need is a multi-block structure. It's not just like a single machine that you can just power. Like, there's many blocks that go into each one of these machines. Yeah, I don't think we're quite there yet. We're probably gonna hold off on that until we get to the point where we're into advanced rocketry. So other options, the sink. I do recall hearing from people before that the sink from cooking for blockheads is like an infinite water that you can extract out of. I don't know if I've ever done that before. I know I've right-clicked buckets on these things before and it'll always like fill up your bucket. But as far as like extracting fluid out of it, I don't know if that will work. It says provide water to recipes. There's also this XP drain singularity tank. No, that's not what we're looking for. Okay, so we're looking for a sink. Before we really get into that though, there is a quest in our quest book here. In fact, there's a full section on it called Getting Foods that I said we're gonna hold off on. But yeah, that is gonna take us along the path of getting these cooking for blockhead machines made. So I really think at this point it makes sense to do this. But in order to do that, we need to start at the beginning, which is a retrieval task for cooking for blockheads 1 and cooking for blockheads. I guess that's Roman numeral 1 and cooking for blockheads. Okay, so we need both of these books. So if we search for that, cooking for blockheads, we can see that there are in fact 3 different ones of these. So this is the hashtag no filter edition. So in order to get that, I guess we make this one. So to make this book, we take a book and we cook it. Regular book, smelted, makes this. Okay, so we need to make ourselves a book and then smelt it. That seems like a pretty easy thing for us to do. All right, so let's get down here. We have plenty of paper. We should have plenty of everything else in order to make a book. What is it? A couple of these things down here. Oh, we only got one blink pattern. Okay, well, we might have to make some blink patterns. Unless we have leather hanging around. I don't think we do. Okay, so we'll do the whole Tinker's Construct making books method. I'll use this one over here. All right, so we need to make some more blink patterns. That's a decent amount. And then click this, click that, one of those. This thing, so that requires filament. Oh, okay. Well, that's glowstone plus redstone plus string. I forgot that it required that stuff. All right, so we'll do like 4. Actually, you know what? I was gonna make multiple books. Let's not do that. Let's just make one. So there's 1 redstone, 1 glowstone, and then we need a string. Okay, so we should be able to make that filament. Click this, this one, that one, this one. And that is made in the cauldron. Of course it is. Completely forgot about that. I should have looked at that recipe when we were in there the first time, but I forgot. Okay, so we have right here a crucible. All right, so another change that I've made, you can see that I filled this all in. Underneath this block right here, you can't tell at all, there is an elevator. So I can shift down, right? You can see it easier from down here. And we can turn these things off. And there's an elevator underneath this one. Now the thing is, when you like elevator up and you're in a slab, like it puts you halfway in the floor. If you walk forward though, you should walk out of it. Just a thing. I have that same kind of a setup over here, so you don't see the elevator anymore. Before we had to jump up onto it, but yeah, we don't have to jump anymore. It's just flush with the floor when we go up or down, which is good. Okay, so we need to get ourselves our cauldron. I did add a drawer over here that's holding our hellfire dust and our ground netherrack, since that was taking up a large amount of our space for our Better with Mods stuff. Okay, so that is out of there. We place this here, then we need to turn these back on. Now, was that a stoked crucible or a regular recipe? Extra crispy or regular recipe? Looks like that's an unstoked crucible, okay, or cauldron, I should say. So that, and that. Okay, so that should cook up. I was gonna say it should cook up very quickly since we have all these hibachis around, but it seems to be going at about the same speed that it does with just one hibachi, so not really fast. I'm kind of thinking that this light doesn't extend as far over here, does it? It seems like it's a little darker. Oh well, it mostly illuminates this room. Eventually I'd like to be able to get something that gives us night vision or whatever, so we don't have to worry about that. Like in the nether, you don't really have to light things up. Things just spawn regardless. Like we just gotta slab everything. So putting torches everywhere just kind of doesn't really make sense. If we can have night vision and see everything better, that would be the preferred method, I think. Okay, so book, we need this. So there is that guy. I still have the cauldron on me. The crucible, let's put that away. All right, so let's come down here. We will smelterize this book. Get smelted. Now here's another thing. I'm not sure if we need 2 of these. We might need 2 of these already done because the quest does require, nope, I'm wrong. It says that's complete. Okay, so we don't require both of them at the same time, just as long as we've had one at a time. All right, good. Now the cooking for blockheads, we just craft that directly. And this one, do we craft it back? No, you smelt it back. Okay, so that's how that works. Now, I don't know what the difference between these books are. So it looks like when we look in this one, we have resin. Okay, I guess that's telling us that because we have this spore on us that shows us how to craft different things. Okay. Now, if we take this book and we craft it into this one, no filter. That's what it means. Okay, this will show you every recipe that you can craft. That's what the difference is. I've actually never really paid attention to that before, and I didn't know. But now I know, man, there is so many different types of foods in this game. Apparently, there's a lot of guests around too. Goodness. Okay, well, quest complete, recipe books. Awesome. So let's claim that. And let's pop our loot chest. We get ourselves a full set of iron armor. That's kind of cool. I don't know if we're going to use that. In fact, I should probably take that iron armor upstairs and just melt it and get the iron out of it. I assume we're going to be able to melt iron in our smeltery here, or iron armor. I haven't tried this yet. Oh yeah, that all melts down. Good. So that should give us, oh, I don't know. Does that give us like 2 blocks of iron? Maybe. That'd be kind of cool if it does. Anyway, let's move on to the next section here. Yeah, so that opened up a lot of different things. Now, the one we were looking for, I guess this one, water and milk. But we have to do this one first, storing food. So this wants us to make a kitchen counter and 2 fridges. Okay, so the kitchen counter, that is made with a chest, some stone, and terracotta. Terracotta, formerly known as hardened clay, is now just called terracotta. So that's just regular clay smelted. So we need 5 of those smelted. All right, so that's easy enough. And then the fridge, we're gonna need iron doors. We need 2 of those, and we make 3 with 1 recipe. I think that's a thing that we can do quite easily. All right, how are we doing in the iron situation? We are doing pretty okay, so we can do that. Some of this. There's 3 iron doors. It was 2. Whoop. Wait, is that a trap chest or a regular chest? Chest or trapped chest. All right. So iron doors plus that. There is 2 fridges. This says multi-block kitchen stores ingredients for recipes dyeable. Okay. I wonder if we can melt down that iron door. I'll try that as well. And then the other thing is we want the kitchen counter. So we need 5 clay, which we have a lot of those now. Put that in there. We need a chest. And what was the other thing? Stone? Okay. So we can do 3 stone chests. We got to wait for this terracotta, which doesn't take any time at all with this diamond furnace, which is nice. All right. So there we go. There is a kitchen counter. Quest complete. Storing food. Nice. All right. So let's claim that one. We'll pop it as well. What do we get for this? We get a satchel. That's our second one. We've gotten a few duplicate items so far. I've seen that we got a lot of these med kits. I've seen that we've got 2 of these watering cans. We've gotten these pistons a few times now. I mean, and also I guess the magma skin too. We've gotten that a few times. Anyway, let's move on here. So water and milk. So this wants us to do a cow in a jar. I don't think we can do a cow in a jar until we get a cow. I don't think that's a thing that we're going to be able to do yet. But sink, on the other hand, let's take a look at sink. So in order to make sink, it's pretty much the same thing, except it's iron and a bucket of water. So that's another thing that we should be able to do quite easily. So there is 5 of that to turn to the terracotta. We have the iron on us. Then we need a bucket of water. You know what? I think a bucket of water we don't have ready to go at this moment. So we do need to put down one of those and grab grab 4 leaves out of here and get those going like so. That'll go ahead and melt down into a bucket. So let's wait for this to happen and we will be right back. And there we go. There's a bucket of water. Very easy. We can put this in here. Do we get our bucket back? We do. That's nice. Okay, so there is the sink. Multi-block kitchen provides water to recipes. Is that gonna give us the ding? No, that won't, because we need the cow in a jar. Cow in a jar. I don't know if there's a special recipe for that. No. Okay. So the way this works, we have to make the jar. Then we have to put a live cow on top of the jar. Put an air block above the cow, and then drop an anvil, which squishes the cow, turns it into a miniature cow, and puts inside the milk jar. The milk jar does require us to already have a bucket of milk, so yeah, this is something we won't be able to do anytime right now, unless there's a way for us to get a cow that I'm not aware of. All right, let's place down the sink. This is the important thing. This is the thing we've been going for. Can I right-click on that with a bucket to get water? It doesn't appear so. Now, this is a thing that I've been able to do before in the past. You can see it makes like water particles. But yeah, it's not allowing us to get any water. Interesting. Now, I wonder if we will be able to use like a watering can on it. Let's try that. Does not appear that we can take water out of this. Right-clicking on it does not seem to provide water. The other thing is, I wonder if we can extract water out using like a pipe or something. We do have servos, and we can use those. What does it cost for a fluid duct? A fluid duct. So one of those, that's 2 copper and a piece of glass. Do we have 2 copper? I think we do. And do we have a piece of glass? If not, we can make one. Yes, we do. We got one of those. Awesome. All right, so let's see if we can do this. Now, can we extract fluid out of that with one of these servos? I really hope we can. That'll make life a lot easier for us. All right. Ignored. Does not appear that we can get water out of this block. Dang. We can right click on it, make it make particles though. I wondered, is it depending on like the side we place this? Maybe if we do it out of the top. I kind of feel like this is just a lost cause. I don't think we're gonna be able to do anything. Yeah, it's definitely not filling up the fluid duct full of water. Okay, well, I was really hoping that was gonna be a way for us to get infinite water. Since it's not a way for us to do that, we might have to go with one of these oak crucible things. Like just feed it a whole bunch of leaves, have like a hopper going to this, and then we can extract water out like so as we are melting down leaves. Let's give that a try, make sure that works. Since I don't think I've ever done that before. But yeah, let's definitely check this out. So if we have leaves in there, we put a servo and we do ignored. Yeah, that'll definitely take water out of this thing and put it into the pipe. Okay, so that's good to know. We'll be able to take a whole lot of leaves, stock up a hopper going into this thing, which will feed into the garden cloche, which should do what we want it to do. So if we're gonna do that, we need to get ourselves a chest, and I believe we already have the iron on us to make a hopper. All right, so there is that then, this, and one of those, plus this, and there we go. So there's a hopper, which will feed into this. We have the piping already made and the servo to get the stuff out of it. All right, and then in order to grow the hemp, which is what I would really like to do so we can AFK and get a whole lot of that stuff, we need the seeds, but I don't remember where I placed those hemp seeds. Are they back here? Are they in this chest back here? Let's see. We have rice seeds. Oh, you know what? We can use the immersive engineering hemp, this stuff. Okay, yeah, we can use that. And I think that might grow on dirt. Okay, so let's grab a dirt block. We'll grab some bone meal that we have here. Anything else that we need? I guess more leaves to get this thing going. Okay, we'll grab all of these. All right, so let's go upstairs and see if we can set up some kind of a automation so I don't have to sit there and camp the hemp that is being made. They will just be making it all the time. All right, for a very, very ridiculous setup here. Also, we want to get to the backside of this thing because I believe that's where you put in the water. So we're going to want a fluid duct attached here. And we will put our crucible here with a hopper on top. All right, we are also going to want to extract out of the crucible with this thing, ignored. So any water that gets made will go right into the cloche. All right, we can fill this thing back in. And then we're gonna want a hopper right here that is just pumping leaves in like so. Very good. And again, we can just go ahead and fill that in just to make sure we're not gonna be spawning in monsters. I guess one more thing, we'll remove that and place that there. Cool. All right, so now we should be filling up full of water in here. Not very fast, but it is filling up full of water. I'll put bone meal here, which I do believe will give us a growth modifier. All right, so let's put dirt, and then we'll put the hemp seeds here. So this gives us a growth modifier 1.25, fertilizer amount 0.98. So that is going down. I'm not sure. Oh, right. We can watch the thing here. So it just harvested once. So we can see like how fast this thing grows by watching the plant size inside of this. Now this grows practically any type of plant. You can do wheat, you can do pumpkins, melons, anything you want. And it just costs a little RF. Now I do believe we're making way more power than what this thing can use. Yeah, the power is staying the same. So you can see that we are collecting hemp now, essentially for free, right? I mean, it is costing us some water, which we are still making faster than what it is using. And yeah, the seed stays here, the dirt stays here. I don't know if you can put in like, I think we have snad in here, right? Is there a dirt variant? No, this is only sand. Okay, So I don't know if SNAD will work in there. SNAD is supposed to make crops grow faster on top of it, like sugarcane or cactus. I don't know if it really works. It might be one of those placebo things, like one of those fake mod things. Honestly, I don't know. People say it does work, so we can go with that. I don't know if that works in here and makes this whole process go faster or whatever. It might not. Anyway, so this will allow us to get all the hemp that we want, right? Can we do anything with these seeds? It looks like we can turn them into biofuel later, or plant oil, seed oil, biofuel. Yeah, we got 3 different uses for those. So getting all these extra seeds won't be that bad. But yeah, we can just take the hemp over to this thing and then grind it out, right? Yeah, we can just do that. Turn those machines on, and then we'll be getting all of the hemp fiber that we could possibly ever want. Yeah, this is really, really cool. I like it. Our first automation, our first power is nothing spectacular, but it's definitely going to be very, very helpful. Now, we can pack these things in pretty close, too. Like, if we make more cloches, all we have to do is just run the power to the top of them all the way across, and then extend out the piping back here, our fluid duct, into the back of all of these things. Yeah, and then we can start growing a whole lot of different plants. I like it. I like it a lot. Guys, we're going to go and wrap the episode up here for today. We didn't get a whole lot done, but we figured out how to light up our base. We got our garden cloche going. We got our first bits of power. We got some water going. Just some slight little automations. Not fully automated, but pretty automated. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on the episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.